When it comes to city building war games, I do have experience, but I am still a relatively brand new player in War and Order. So I was basically flying blind when I first downloaded War and Order. There were some aspects of the game that are kind of universal to city building games in general, but a lot of the features in War and Order can get a little confusing from the start. So I want to make a very basic beginner's guide by a beginner. It's not going to be anything flashy. If you are a seasoned or a veteran player in War and Order, this is not going to be something that you don't already know. But if you are considering downloading War and Order and playing War and Order, this video will be for you. This is, again, going to touch on just the most basic aspects of War and Order. If you guys are interested in downloading and playing War and Order, the download links for both iOS and Android are going to be in the description of this video below, as well as all of the official War and Order social media pages. Thank you to the team over at War and Order for sponsoring today's video, and let's go ahead and jump into the basic beginner's guide. Welcome back, guys. So let's start from the top, and just like any other city building game, you guys want to start with the kind of main building objective, which in War and Order is going to be your castle. You are going to want to upgrade your castle as much as possible, as fast as possible in War and Order. There are a lot of benefits that actually come with upgrading your castle, such as being able to upgrade the other buildings in your city to match your castle level. It's going to unlock and open up more of the city for you to actually expand your buildings on. So there's a lot of benefits that come with upgrading your castle. One of the things that I have found to be super beneficial in War and Order is making sure that you upgrade all of your basic city buildings to match your castle level, because you're going to need to anyway. So if you kind of just go a one-to-one upgrade every time you upgrade your city, just go upgrade these basic buildings, and we're going to list those out in just a minute. It will help you out tremendously. Those buildings are going to include your farm, your sawmill, your stone mine, your training grounds, your medic tent, your castle wall, your barracks, and your embassy. A couple of additional tips here for you guys, just as an added bonus. When you guys are playing War and Order and starting out, if you guys have the ability to invest just a little bit of money, now I'm not condoning spending, but if you guys do have the ability to invest a little bit of money, and you guys do want to be able to upgrade your buildings at a faster rate, invest in the golden hammer. You guys can see it here. We've got the basic hammer right here, and then we've got the golden hammer. What that is that is going to give you the permanent ability to have two constructions going on different buildings at a single time, and it definitely helps. I've got it, and I've noticed a huge uptick in my progression right away. Just by being able to upgrade two buildings at once, it helps out tremendously. A second additional kind of just bonus tip here for you guys is if you guys do purchase the monthly card, you guys are going to become a monthly card user, which is going to give you a bunch of additional benefits in general, but it is also going to give you a schedule queue where you guys can put buildings that you want to upgrade in a queue. So that way, let's say you're going to work or you're going to be going to bed soon, whatever the case is, and a certain building is going to be done upgrading during that time where you will be off and away from the game. You can put the next building you want upgraded in the queue, and once that previous building is completed, it will begin construction on the building you have set in the queue. As you can see, you can have up to 3 buildings placed in the queue at one time, so super helpful there. And until a building actually starts construction, you can add and remove buildings from the queue, reorder them, whatever you want to do. The next thing I want to talk about is going to be our barracks, and the barracks is actually where we're going to be recruiting for our army. This is pretty self-explanatory, but the barracks is going to actually unlock higher level troops for your army from infantry, cavalry, archers, and mages. So you guys can see here, I will unlock this tier 3 swordsman once my barracks is level 7, and so on and so forth. So make sure that you guys do not neglect your barracks, because you guys are going to want strong soldiers in your army. The next building I want to talk about on our list is going to be the drill grounds. This is where you guys can do a few different things. One of the biggest advantages of the drill grounds is once once you guys start to train troops for your army in the early stages before your barracks is upgraded very much and you start to unlock higher level troops, you guys will have weaker troops in your army, so you guys can come over here to the drill grounds and you guys can actually promote those lower level troops, and you guys can catch them up and get them up to the highest level that you're able to at that time. So the drill grounds is overall just super important because it is going to stock your army full of the strongest troops that you can possibly have. The next building I want to talk about is going to be our college, and our college is going to be basically our research center. This is where we can research a bunch of different things. Let's jump into the actual research center and see what different options we've got, and I will give you guys my advice on which ones to focus on in the early game of War and Order. So you guys can see we have 5 different sections here. We have got resources, development, military, city defense, and guardian force. Guardian force is locked, so let's talk about the main 4 here. Early on in War and Order, I would suggest, especially if you were not a big spender, I would suggest focusing on resources and development. This is going to help you guys be able to progress your city and ultimately increase your power for battles down the road. The next building on our list is actually not a base building per se. It is the war statue, and this is going to be really basic, and if you are a veteran player to War and Order, you're probably going to kind of have a laugh at this, which is totally fine, but this is something that as a new player in War and Order, I did not know what it was for, where to find any of these rankings, you know, the Lord rankings in my realm, the Alliance rankings in my realm, etc. So if you do want to keep track of those things, then you're going to come over here to the War statue. You're going to click on rankings, and you guys can see there is the Lord Power rankings, the Lord Kill rankings, the Lord Castle rankings, Lord Level rankings, Lord Merit rankings, Alliance Power rankings, Alliance Kill rankings, Alliance Territory rankings, and then Garden of the Sky rankings. So this is where you guys can kind of keep track and see who is who on the rankings within your realm. And then the last and final building that I wanted to talk about here in this video is going to be the merchant ship. Let's jump on board the merchant ship and see what it has to offer. As you guys can see here, the merchant ship is where you are going to be able to collect your daily rewards if you have any to collect. You guys can click on the benefits tab on the merchant ship, and you guys are going to be able to see the benefits pack and what you guys can purchase and get in return. The benefits shop, some things here you guys can get for gems. And then you guys can also visit the merchant. The merchant is where you can buy, sell, and exchange goods in War and Order. The items in the merchant shop, as you guys can see, have the ability to refresh. It refreshes for free after this countdown is complete, or you guys can refresh it for gems. That's gonna wrap us up for the video, guys. Like I said, it wasn't anything too crazy in depth. It was just I wanted to do a very basic beginner's guide from a beginner myself, put a twist on it, help you guys if you guys are interested in playing War and Order. Like I said, the download links are gonna be in the description of the video below. If you do download War and Order and play it, hopefully this video is going to help put you on the right track and at least give you a baseline foundation of understanding what the basic buildings are, how you guys should progress in upgrading them, and all of the above. Just a reminder, if you guys, again, do want to download and play War and Order, the download links to both iOS and Android are going to be in the description of the video below, as well as the links to all of the official War and Order social media channels. Thank you again to the team over at War and Order for sponsoring today's video, and thank you all for hanging out with me on today's video, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it and learned something, and hopefully I will see you guys in War and Order. See you guys on the next video.